They'll double-cross you any chance they get, and they'll look good doing it.
Brilliant! A built-in ability to hide one's super identity.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 female comic book anti-heroes.
No! No, it's impossible!
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at female characters in comic books that blur the lines between hero and villain. However, we won't be including the likes of the Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, who, despite their violent tendencies, still lean towards the side of good. Number 10, Cassandra Cain. Many have worn the mantle of Batgirl over the years, but few of them have been as deadly as the daughter of David Cain and Lady Shiva. Trained from birth to become a lethal assassin, Cassandra's cold upbringing essentially left her mute. However, after seeing the good in her, she was approached by both Batman and Oracle and allowed to join the Bat family. Of course, when you're raised by two of the world's most ruthless killers, showing mercy is bound to be a learning curve. Number 9, Vampirella. Don't let the lack of clothing fool you. This dame is deadly. Then again, what else would you expect from a vampire, right? Especially one that initially came from outer space. Hailing from the planet Draculon, Vampirella found herself fleeing her dying world and landing on Earth. Various revisions have changed aspects of her origins, like Draculon now being a place in hell, Vampirella being the daughter of the demon Lilith, and so on. What remains consistent, though, is her determination to save the populace from corrupted versions of her own race, which you can't really do without tearing out a few throats. Number 8, Amanda Waller.
Who are you people?
That's a national security matter. And if I were you, I wouldn't probe the situation too closely. Rich boy.
She's made Batman flinch and has a team of supervillains on a leash. As you might expect, Amanda Waller is not a woman you want to mess with. As the brains behind the Suicide Squad, she's certainly not afraid of bending the rules or risking civilian casualties if she believes it's for the greater good.
In a world of flying men and monsters, this is the only way to protect our country.
This has caused friction between her and both villains and the Justice League, making it hard to tell which side she's on at any given moment. Unafraid to make the tough calls, sooner or later anyone who crosses her learns that nobody screws the wall.
Guys.
Number 7, Emma Frost.
Excellent question. Though I wouldn't call it a war exactly. That suggests both sides stand an equal chance of winning.
From Hellfire Club to member of the X-Men, this powerful psychic is as beautiful as she is lethal in the eyes of those who have come to feel her icy touch. Aside from her vast telekinetic abilities, she also has the power to transform her body into a near unbreakable diamond form, allowing her to do damage on nearly all fronts. Her betrayals across comics and other mediums are numerous, though she seems to always find a way to get back into the X-Men's good graces. That might have something to do with her getting frisky with Cyclops in the wake of Jean Grey's death, but who are we to judge, right? Number 6, Black Cat.
I knew you'd come, Spider.
Who are you?
Just a stray black cat.
While these days she's happily thrown herself into the role of straight villain, this gorgeous thief was once one of the few who could earn the heart of everyone's favorite wall crawler. Alas, while they had more than their fair share of moonlit kisses and confessions of love, ultimately they were quite incompatible. Felicia Hardy's yearning for the criminal life and disinterest in Spider-Man's alter ego ensured that the two were doomed from the start. That's not to say she isn't a clingy one, and as Spidey has found out firsthand, a heartbroken kitty like her can make for a fierce adversary.
I had no idea you felt that way. Cat? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Number 5, X-23.
Hey, baby.
And you thought Wolverine was a beast. Straight out of the Weapon X program, X-23 possesses all of the abilities that her, quote, father has, only with somehow less humanity, at least to start with. Time with the X-Men has managed to mellow her to the point where she even took over as the new Wolverine. And while she doesn't quite have the bub down quite as well as Logan, her sheer ferocity makes her more than worthy of the name. In terms of being able to take a man apart like a bloodthirsty animal, though, she is most certainly Daddy's little girl. Number 4, Mystique.
What's the matter, baby? You don't think I look pretty like this?
Given the years of oppression and prejudice she suffered at the hands of humans, it's easy to sympathize and understand why this shapeshifter took up arms alongside Magneto in the name of mutant supremacy. From that point onwards, she has served as one of the X-Men's most consistent and dangerous enemies, and in some cases, an invaluable ally. able to produce an infinite number of disguises, as well as lay down quite a kicking. She has wiped the floor with both humans and mutants several times over. But hey, at least she's trying to be a good mother to Rogue and Nightcrawler, right?
Going somewhere? Me and Kurt have a few questions we need you to answer.
I'm afraid it's too late for answers. Far too late.
Number 3, Hit Girl.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
She's cute, she's pint-sized, and she hasn't even graduated from high school. And yet she's killed a lot of people. Trained by her vigilante father, Hit Girl is practically a living weapon, whose ideas of justice often involve leaving a mountain of bodies in her wake. Swords, guns, martial arts, there's nothing that she can't use to kill a dude. Oh, but don't worry, she's totally one of the good guys. Those people that she left riddled with bullets and cut to pieces were total douchebags anyway. Number 2, Elektra.
I know you. You don't. I've always known you. Then and now.
Her exotic appeal and choice of clothing during combat have led many a Marvel character to fall head over heels for this elite assassin. Just ask Daredevil and the Punisher. Alas, she's just as good at figuratively breaking hearts as she is literally breaking hearts by stabbing them. Her mercenary lifestyle means she's never far from death, and with a rather notable disposition towards the living, has made it kind of impossible for her to form any sort of stable relationship. She's not a total lost cause, however, as frequent team-ups with other heroes have at least allowed her to turn her death-dealing ways towards the people who mostly deserve it. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Catwoman.
Perfect, my love. Let's go home.
The Princess of Plunder has been walking the tightrope between common crook and defender of the downtrodden for her entire life, and a result has earned her the love of a certain Dark Knight. While her constant need to break the rules and steal all things shiny has often led her to burn bridges with those she's cared about, she just seems unable to resist the brooding nature of Batman.
Good night, Mr. Wayne.
It's hard to say if the temptation of stealing will claim her once again, but considering that the Caped Crusader recently proposed to her, maybe she'll be falling off of that tightrope sooner than expected.
Something for you to remember me by.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.